everybody, welcome to my class. My name is Mayan. I'm a Pilates instructor in Orange County, California. This is going to be my signature booty sculpt class. You're not going to need any equipment for this. You're definitely still going to feel the burn. If you do have dumbbells, you can always add them in. Booty band, you can always add them in. But I programmed this so that you won't need anything to really get those glutes going. We're going to start with a warm-up and then we're going to go into some core activation, and then it's going to be all about those glutes. So meet me on the mat and let's get started. We're going to start standing up at the end of our mat. So I want you guys right here. I'm going to come forward so you can see me. We're going to start having our hands on our rib cage and we're going to practice our Pilates breathing. We're going to start by taking a big inhale, expanding our lungs with air, and then exhale hot air from your mouth, letting your rib cage sink down and in. Again, we're going to take a big inhale. You're feeling your lungs expanding with air through your nose, and then exhale hot air from the mouth. You're feeling your rib cage come down and in together, pulling that belly button down. We're going to do that one more time. Taking a big inhale, expanding your lungs, and then exhale down and in. Perfect. From here, we're going to add some arms. Big inhale, arms are going to reach all the way up, and then exhale, arms are going to come down. Big inhale, arms are going to reach all the way up, and exhale, arms come down. One more time. Big inhale, arms are going to reach all the way up, and exhale, arms are going to come down. Head is going to tilt down. We're slowly rolling down, letting your head drop down first. Middle back, lower back is coming down last. Knees bend slightly. We can slowly sway your body here side to side. Inhale and exhale, sink deeper. When you're ready, we're going to have a big bend on your right knee. We're going to place your right hand on the mat and then take a big exhale. Open up your left hand, looking at the ceiling. We can add a twist on your left wrist to one side and then the other. And exhale, coming all the way back and in. Big inhale, bending that left knee. Exhale, right arm reaches up and twisting that wrist to one side and then the other direction. And exhale, coming all the way back to center. From here, we're going to take a big inhale to prepare. Exhale, letting go, slowly rolling back up. Exhale on your way up. Good, good. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is nice and tall. Big inhale, arms are going to reach nice and high again. And then exhale, arms come down. Head tilts down. We're rolling down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Even deeper, reaching for that mat. On your next breath, we're going to walk ourselves all the way out into a plank position. We're going to have your hands right underneath your shoulders. Your tailbone is tucked in. You're pushing your chest away from the mat. Your gaze is forward. We're holding it here for 3. Good work for 2. And 1. On your next breath, we're going to take a big exhale. Flexing your feet, pushing your body weight forward, and slowly dragging your heels back. Slowly forward, pushing forward, and bring it back. Exhale, shifting forward, and inhale back for 2. Exhale forward and inhale back. Last one. Exhale forward. We hold it here. On your next breath, we're going to take a big inhale and then exhale. We're lifting your hips all the way up. We're finding ourselves in a downward dog. We can slowly start to pedal out your heels. One heel lifts up at a time here for 3. Good work for 2. And 1. On your next breath, big inhale here to prepare. Exhale, right leg is going to lift all the way up high. We're going to take a big inhale here, and then exhale, right knee comes into your chest. We hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Big exhale, lifting all the way up. Big inhale here again, and exhale, we're going to place that right foot between your hands. We're finding a low lunge. We can slowly bounce your hips up and down, finding a deeper stretch. And then when you're ready, left hand is going to stay on the mat. Big exhale, right arm is going to reach all the way up high to the sky. Inhale, bringing that right hand back down. Exhale, we're going to flex your front leg. Gaze is on your toes, back stays long. You can always drop down to your knee if you need to, or more advanced, we keep it lifted. Slowly, we're coming forward. Both hands are going to be on the mat again. We're going to find your plank. Holding it here nice and high for 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale, hips lift back up. We pedal out your heels again. And when we're ready, we're going to take a big inhale here again. And then exhale, left leg reaches all the way up. Big inhale here. Exhale, left knee comes into your chest. We hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Big exhale, lifting all the way up. Big inhale here again, and exhale, left foot between your hands. We're in our low lunge. We bounce your hips up and down again, finding that deeper stretch. When you're ready, right hand stays down. Exhale, left arm reaches for the ceiling. Inhale, bringing that left hand back down. Exhale, we flex your front leg. Gaze is on your toes, back stays long for 3, for 2, and 1. Big exhale, coming back to center. Both hands are on your mat. We find your plank. Holding it here for 5, for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale, hips lift back up again. And then we're going to walk your hands back to meet your toes. We're going to add a hip opener here. We're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, sink down. From here, we're going to walk your feet out so that your toes are pointed outside of the mat and your heels are in. We're going to drop down, bringing your chest open, hips drop down. Big inhale, reaching your hips back up. And exhale, dropping down, opening up. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, dropping low. We're going for one more set here. Big inhale up. And exhale, drop it down. Hold it here. Now, if we can, we're going to bring your hands to your chest. We slowly sway your body side to side. Knees come to either direction. Here for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly coming back to center. Hands come down. Exhale, hips lift up. We walk your feet back to center, about 4 inches apart, taking a big inhale here. Exhale, we're rolling back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lower back is building up first, middle back, and upper back. Arms reach all the way above your head. We're going to take a big inhale here, and exhale, we're going into cactus pose. Elbows come down, chest opens up. Inhale, arms reach up high. Exhale, open up. Find that little back extension. Last one. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, arms come down for 3, 2, and 1. Arms reach all the way up high. And we come back down. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and find ourselves on our mat. We're going to warm up our spine, our glutes, and our core so that we can really focus on booty. We're going to go ahead and have our feet about hip width distance apart. That's about 2 fist distances between them. You can scoot your hips a little bit closer to your heels, and then we're rolling all the way down on your mat. We're going to start with some breathing again, having our hands on our rib cage, taking a big inhale, expanding our lungs with air, and then exhale hot air from your mouth. We're going to do that again. Big inhale, expanding your chest. Exhale, letting it sink down and in. One more time. Big inhale, we expand your lungs. And exhale, letting it drop down. From here, both of our hands are going to come by our sides. Shoulders are going to be rolled back and in. Maybe scooting your heels a little bit closer. We're going to go into some pelvic curls. We're going to go into some pelvic curls. We're going to start by taking a big inhale, expanding your lungs with air. And then exhale, we're starting to tilt your tailbone up. We're slowly peeling your spine off the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, bone by bone, lifting up nice and high. Chest is open. I want your shoulders rolled back and in. Glutes are lifted. We're taking a big inhale here. Exhale, lifting your hips up a little bit higher. I want your abs tucked in tight. You're tilting your tailbone towards your face. You're reaching forward with your knees. We're going to take another inhale here. And exhale, we're rolling back down. Upper back first, middle back, and then lower back. We're going to do that again. Big inhale here to prepare. Exhale, tilting slowly, peeling off the mat. Bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. We're holding it high. We're taking a big inhale. Exhale, abs are tight, hips lift up, hands are down, shoulders are rolled back and in. We're feeling your hamstrings lifting you up, your quads are pushing you forward, your chin is away from your chest. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale, and exhale, rolling down upper back, middle back, and lower back. We're going to do that one more time. Big inhale here, and exhale, tilt, slowly peel off. bone by bone, lifting up nice and high, holding it here. Inhale, exhale, lift and squeeze. We have one long line between your chest and your knees, so your abs are tucked. I want you to feel like your rib cage is coming down and into your belly button. You're tilting your hips towards your face. From here, we're gonna be nice and steady. Both hands are pressed down. We're shifting your weight to that left leg, taking a big exhale, right leg comes to tabletop. Good. Inhale, right leg is going to come down, and exhale, left leg comes to tabletop. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale. We're trying to minimize any swing here with your body, so this takes a lot of core stability and learning how to shift that weight seamlessly. Drop it down. Exhale. Don't let those hips drop. And lower. Good. We're going to go for 4 more reps. Lower down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Tap that leg. Switch it over, lift. And lower. Last 2. Exhale, pushing up from your hands, from those triceps. Lower down. Last 1. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Correcting our glute bridge if we lost it. Shoulders are back. Abs are tight. Big inhale. Exhale, we roll down, upper back, middle back, and lower back last. Good job. From here, we're going to go into that core activation. We're pointing your toes, walking your feet together. We're going to start by taking a big inhale here to prepare. Exhale, both legs lift up to tabletop. Inhale, we're just going to tap your toes down. I want you to keep that lower back on the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, trying to keep your lower back down, so lower core is engaged, expanding your lungs. Exhale, squeezing that air down and in, really sinking that lower abs down, lower back onto the mat. Inhale, just the chest expands. Exhale, squeeze it down and in. Shift it forward, good. Shift it down and in. Inhale, lower. Shift it up. Exhale, down and in. Good for 4. Inhale, expand your lungs. Exhale, squeeze it in. For 3, inhale, down. Exhale, up. Last 2, inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Last 1, lower down. Exhale, lift it up. We're finding our perfect tabletop. So knees are in line with their hips. Sometimes we tend to push them too far in. I want you to push them back a little bit. So knees are in line. We're going to have 10 fingers interlacing behind your head. Shoulders are rolled back and in. We're going to take a big inhale here to prepare. Exhale, we're lifting up head, neck, and chest, crunching up. Gaze is right above your knees. Inhale, we slowly lower your head back down. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. Elbows are wide. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. Chin is away from your chest. We lower back down. Exhale, squeeze, we lift up. Inhale, lower down. Good. Exhale, squeeze, we lift up. Sink that belly button down. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, losing all the air in your belly. We crunch up, pull it in, and then we lower down. Good. Exhale, lift up high. Inhale, lower. We got 5 here. Exhale, lift up high. We lower down for 4. Exhale, lift up high. We lower down. Last 3. Exhale, lift up high. We lower down. Last 2. Can you widen your elbows? And lower. Last 1. We're adding a combo move. Exhale, we're going to lift up high. We hold it here. We're going to start by just tapping your toes down. Exhale, we lift your legs back to tabletop, and then our head is going to come down. And exhale, we lift it up. Inhale, toes tap. Exhale, legs lift. Inhale, head down. Exhale, leg up. Inhale, lower down those legs. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, head comes down. Exhale, head lifts up. Inhale, tap your toes. Exhale, lift those legs. Inhale, head comes down. Exhale, head lift up. Good. Keep it going. I want you to really try to keep that lower back on the mat at all times. Exhale, lift. So really using that breath from here. Inhale through your lungs. Exhale, pick those legs up. Inhale, expanding your chest. Exhale, really rooting that lower back down. Abs stay tight. Inhale, just expand your lungs through your nose. Exhale, lifting your legs back up. Inhale, head comes down. Exhale, head lifts up. Last 3. Inhale, tap those toes. Can you lift up your chin from your chest? Lower that head down and lift. Last 2. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Head comes down. We pick it up. Last 1. Tapping your toes. Lifting those legs. Head comes down. Head lifts up. Lift up. We hold it here. From here, just right leg comes down. And then we lift. Just the right leg. Still the same side. Exhale, we lift. We're going to add a twist really soon. Inhale, tap it. Exhale, lift at center. Inhale, tap it. Exhale, lift. Good. 4. Inhale, tap it. Exhale, lift. For 3, tap it and lift. Last 2, tap it and up. Last 1, tap it down. Hold it here. We're going to try to take an exhale. Twisting your right shoulder to your left knee. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. That right leg is staying on the mat. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, center. I want you to try to keep both hips down. Exhale, twist. Left leg is not moving. Inhale, down for 5. Exhale, twist. Inhale, down for 4. Can you keep your head lifted? Just bring it back to center for 3. Exhale, twist. Inhale, down. Last 2. Exhale, can you stabilize that left leg? Bring it down. Last 1. Exhale, twist. Hold it. Lift that leg back up. Bring it back to center. If you need a break, you take it. If you can keep going, your head is staying heavy in your hands. So I don't want you pulling with your neck. Your head should be resting. The strength here is coming from your abs. We're going to inhale, tap your left leg down. Exhale, left leg lifts back up. And then we're done with core. We're going to move on to booty. You lift. Inhale, tap it. Exhale, up. Good job. Inhale, tap it. Chin is away from your chest. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap it. Exhale, up. Good. Widen those elbows. Tap it and lift. Gaze is above your knees. Tap it and up. Good work. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Abs are on fire. Tap it down and we lift. Good. 4. Lower. Exhale, up. For 3. Down and lift. Last 2 and up. Last 1. Lift. We're going to lower that leg down again. Again, left toes are down from here. Exhale, twist over to that right side. Inhale, bring it back to center. You're trying to keep that right leg steady. And back to center. Exhale, twist, looking outside that thigh. Inhale, center, keeping that head lifted if we can. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Good. Exhale, twist. And center. Last 5. Exhale, twist. And center for 4. Exhale, twist. And center. Last 3. Can you widen those elbows? Widen that chest. And center for 2. Twist. And center. Last 1. Exhale, twist. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, back to center. Lift that leg up. Drop it down. Whew. Good work. Now that our abs are nice and strong, they're really going to help us maintain our good form during our whole lower body series. Hands are going to come behind your head. Big inhale, expanding your lungs with air. We're going into 3 Pilates roll-ups, so your legs are nice and long. We're going to take an exhale. Lower back is trying to reach to the mat. You're tilting that tailbone forward towards your face. Chest is coming down. A big inhale, lifting up head, neck, and chest. From here, we're going to try our best. Exhale, peeling up. If we need some help, we help ourselves up, and then we slowly pull our hands all the way forward. Belly button is reaching to the back of the room. From here, we're slowly going to lower back down. Inhale, lower back first, middle back and upper back, arms behind your head. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, head, neck, and chest. Exhale, peeling forward all the way, helping yourself up when you need. It's okay. We just really maxed out our core. We're going to bring it all the way back down for your last one. Rolling down. Maybe this one is it. We're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lifting up head, neck, and chest. Lower back is glued onto your mat still. Exhale, we peel up. Oh my gosh, almost all the way forward, holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, we sit up really tall, perfect posture. Hands drop down. Awesome. We're gonna go into our standing series. So if you have dumbbells, this is your time to pick them up. You're just gonna hold them in your hands. You're not gonna need to do anything with them. We just wanna load up those glutes. If you don't need dumbbells, you're not gonna need it. We're gonna go until I'm starting to feel it, which is almost guaranteed that you will also. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with our squat stance. So we're gonna have your feet slightly wider than hip width distance. Toes are slightly pointed out. Everyone is going to have a different squat stance, so you wanna kind of play around, see what feels good for you. From here, I'm gonna show you sideways so it's easier to see the good form. We're gonna keep your hands by your chest here today. We don't need to add anything special. It's just all about the legs. When you're ready, we're gonna try to take an inhale. We're gonna squat all the way down. I want you to feel a stretch here in the back of your legs. I want your hips to be reaching an imaginary chair behind you. Your knees are pretty much staying facing their toes, and then we exhale, lift back up. Inhale, we lower. Your back is staying long. I don't want you hunched down. Whole body's working. This is why we activated your core. Exhale, we lift. Abs are tight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift back up. Good. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. I want you to keep your toes on the mat. We're thinking about the mind-muscle connection, especially with that body weight work. Exhale, we squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower down, thinking about those back leg muscles and quads are working. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back up. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back up. If you've taken booty class with me before, you know we're just getting started. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Go at your own pace. You can always take a break when you need it. We're still going to be squatting here for a little bit. Exhale, we lift. Toes stay on the mat. Chest stays open. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good job. Drop it and pick it back up. Lower down. And then we lift. Lower down and back up. Good work. Lower. We lift. Down and up. Still going. Lower. We lift. Down and up. Good job. Lower. We lift. Down and up for 6. Lower and lift. Down and up. 5. Lower and lift. Down and up for more. Lower and lift. Down and up for 3. Lower and lift. Down and up. Last 2. Lower and lift. Down and up. Last 1. Lower and lift. We're going to hold it low. We're staying here, shoulders rolled back. Coming down another inch lower, we're going into our pulses. If you need to close your eyes, you close your eyes. If you need to take a break, you take a break. If you have a dumbbell, you're dropping it if you need. We're pulsing up and down. Quads are starting to feel it. Glutes are feeling it. Come down a little bit lower and lift up. Lower and lift up. We're going to pick it back up in 5. In 4. In 3. Last 2. And 1. We stay low. When you're ready, exhale all the way up. Inhale, straight back down. Exhale, lift up. Good job. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Stay with me. Down and up. Lower. We lift. Down. Back up. Lower and lift. We're still working. Down and up. Lower and lift. Down and up. You get into the groove of it. You find your pace and you try to stick with it. We lift. Lower and up. Good. Down and squeeze. Lower and lift for 6. Down and up in 5. Lower and lift. 4. Down and up. Last 3. Lower and lift. 2 more. Down and up. Hold it low. We're more than halfway there. We're pulsing up and down with your hips. Small pulses up and down, toes stay down. And then we're bringing it into another set of squats. In 5, in 4, in 3, can you come lower? In 2, hold it. Exhale straight up. Inhale, bring it back down. Last set, we lift and lower. Keeping that chest open, feeling your hips dropping to that back chair. Lower and lift. Good, I want you to keep your knees steady. Don't let them cave in. Lower and lift. Straight down, straight up. Lower and lift. Down and up. 10 reps. Lower and lift for 9. Down. Last 8. Lower. Lift. 7. Down. And 6 more. Drop it. Only 5 left. Lower and lift for 4. You're done with squats. In 3. And lift. Last 2. And up. Last one. Stay low. Hold it. 5. For 4. 3, 2, and 1. We lift up. Good job. Take a second. If you need a sip of water, you're going to grab it. Otherwise, we're going into lunges next. So we're going to start having your right leg forward. Left leg is coming back. The more advanced you are, the more wide I want your step. Arms can stay low here. They're going to help guide us. I really want us to focus on that right glute here. So we find our balance again. Shoulders are rolled back. Big inhale, exhale. Abs are tight. From here, we're going to take an inhale. Arms are going to lead us. I want you to kind of frame your ankle with your hands. If you're holding dumbbells, this is where your weights are. Exhale, we push up. Inhale, lower, hinging your chest down. Chest is staying open. Exhale, we lift. Your gaze is kind of at the edge of your mat. You drop it down. Exhale, push up. Right glute is going to start to activate. Inhale, lower. Feel that knee coming forward. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. I'm really trying to get us to hinge forward so that we can really feel that stretch in that glute. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Good. Hands can come by your waist if that feels more comfortable for you, or if you still want that guide, those hands are perfect in getting us to hinge lower. And we lift. Lower. And up. Good. Still working. Lower. And lift back up. Down. Pushing that knee forward. Lift up. I want you to think about pushing with that front leg. You're stepping that front heel into the mat as you lift. Toes stay down the whole time. Lower. Exhale, push up. That back leg is there to help you. Most of the work is coming from that front leg. Lower. And lift. I'm going to count down from 6. Don't lose your balance. Look straight at one point. Lower down. Exhale, lift. Good. 5. Lower and lift. In 4. Down and up. 3 more. Lower and lift. Last 2. Down and up. Last 1. Hold it low. We're working on static holding here. This is the hardest point of the exercise. Holding it here helps us big strength. Holding it here helps us build strength that we can later help push back up a little bit easier. When you're ready, we're going to lift up for one more set of 7 in 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. Inhale back down. Exhale, lift. 6 more. Inhale, lower. Chest stays open. Back stays tall. Don't hunch over. Wide open, proud. We lift for 4. Lower down. Exhale up. In 3. Lower down. And lift. Last 2. Lower down. And up. Hold it low one last time. For 5. We're going to step it forward in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. Good work. We're still going to be working that right glute. We're going to go into a curtsy lunge. So I have some cues to help you really set up for this well. We're going to start standing kind of in the center of your mat. From here, we're going to shift your weight over to that right leg. Left leg is gonna swing all the way back and around. You're finding the right side of your mat, so it's just on the outside of the mat. From here, we can do the same trick. Can tell that it's hard. You can do the same trick with the hands where they stay long. We're gonna hinge your chest a little bit to start. From here, we bend both of your knees, lower down. I want your gaze at your toes this time. Again, your hands are framing your ankle. I want you to feel a stretch in that right glute, and exhale, we lift up. Inhale, lower. You're staying hinged down. Chest is open. Your shoulders are rolled back and in. Exhale, lift. Core activation is coming in strong here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. You're feeling right glute. Inhale, lower. Both knees bend. Exhale, pick it up. I'm going to demo it from the front view. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Good. We lower. Push your hips back. Exhale, up. Keep it going. Lower down. And we lift. Lower. Exhale, up. Hips are pushing back. You're feeling right glute, right glute, right glute. Exhale, lift. Chest is open, coming down on that right knee. And then back up. We only have one set here. We lower. Exhale, lift up. Lower down. Exhale, up. Still working. Lower down. Hold it. Exhale, up. 6 more, then we're done. Lower down. Hold it. Exhale, up for 5. Lower down, hold it low. Exhale, lift. We got 4. Lower down, hold it low. We lift up, last 3. Lower down, hold it low. Exhale, up for 2. Lower down, hold it low. Exhale, up. On this next one, lower down, we stay low, holding it here. Pulse it up and down. Just pulsing, then we switch over to the other side. You're making sure your shoulders are rolled back and in. Abs are tight. Chest is open. 5. Good. You're bending that right knee, feeling that right glute. 4. 3. Coming down lower, lifting up less. 2. Hold it. 5. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lift up. Whew. Good. Right glute is done. We have to be even. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So left leg is forward, right leg is back. More advanced, you have a wide stance, kind of like mine. More beginners, you can bring that leg a little bit closer. You go into a smaller lunge. But I want you to try to go a little bit wider if you can today. Shoulders are rolled back and in. Arms are long. We're making sure you're not too open with your hips. I want you to frame the edge of your mat. Big inhale. Exhale, core is strong. From here, inhale again. We lower down. Exhale, we lift up. We got this. Inhale, lower. You guys are so strong. Exhale, we lift. Good job showing up today. Inhale, lower. After this series, we're going to be laying down on the mat. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up, down. We lift. That knee is coming forward. Lower, chest stays open. Exhale, up, abs are tight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Back knee stays lifted. Exhale, up, lower, and lift. Again, we're pushing through that front leg, so I want you to really dig that left heel into the mat as you lift. Left toes stay down. Exhale, up. Core is strong. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Again, if you need to have your hands by your side, you can. Exhale, we lift. Lower and up. Still working just a little bit more. Down and lift. For 6, lower and up. For 5, lower and lift. In 4, down and up. Last 3, lower and lift. For 2, down and up. Last one, we're going to hold it low. Working in that hard position, holding that isometric hold here, a little bit lower. For 5, for 4, for 3, Can you hinge lower? Good, those arms really help. In 2 and 1, exhale, lift up. 7 more reps. We lower, and then we lift. In 5, actually in 6, we lift. Now it's 5 more. You can tell when I'm tired when my counting goes off. And lift. For 4, down and up. In 3, lower and lift. In 2, down and up. Last one. Lower, hold it. 5, back stays long. 4, don't hunch over. Lift up. 3, core strong. 2 and 1, pick it up. Curtsy lunges, and then we get to lie down. You guys are almost done with class. Whew. Okay, both feet are forward. Right leg swinging all the way back and around. Your toes are pointed forward here. Don't want you twisted. Back heel stays lifted. Hands come forward. You have a slight hinge down. Core stays tight from here. Both knees bend. We lower. Gaze can be on your toes. Exhale, we push back up. If you have longer legs, you may need to scoot your back leg a little bit more back. See what feels good for you. Lower. Exhale, lift. Left glute. Down and up. Good. Lower. Hands frame your ankle. Exhale, lift. Down and up. Lower and lift. Down and up. Still working hard. Lower, down. Exhale, we lift. Lower. We pick it up. Good. Down and up. Hips shift back. Feel that glute. Exhale, we lift. We're soon to be done with this. Lower. Exhale, lift. Good job. Down and up. Lock in for these last 6. Lower and lift. Good. 5. Down and up. 4 more. Lower. Keep that chest open. Don't let your back fall off. You're strong. And lift. Last 3. Lower and lift. 2 more. Down and up. Last 1. Hold it low. Shift your hips back. Chest comes down. Pulsing it. Oh my gosh. Pulsing it. Good. Can you come down lower? 5. For 4. For 3. Last 2. And 1. Lift up. Good job. Awesome. When you're ready, we're going to find a seat on your mat. If you need a second to take a sip of water, you can. If you need to stretch out, you can go into a butterfly for a second. We're going to do a little bit more core, and then we're going to finish back into booty. Rolling all the way down. Legs can come on the mat. We're going to have your hands on your rib cage. We're going to practice that breathing one more time. So we're going to go here. Take a big inhale, expanding your lungs with air. And then exhale, hot air from your mouth. Sinking down and in again. We're going to do that again. Taking a big inhale, expanding your lungs. Exhale, let it sink down and in. Last one. Big inhale, expanding your lungs. Exhale, squeeze it down and in. We're going to have your feet down. 10 fingers are going to be interlacing behind your head. Similar to what we did in the beginning of class here. We're going to start by taking a big inhale, expanding your lungs with air. Exhale, lifting up head, neck, and chest. Good. Core sinking down and in. Gazes above your knees. Inhale, we lower your head back down. Exhale, chest lifting up, holding it high. Elbows are wide. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift up high. Hold it. Inhale, lower back down. Good. Exhale, squeeze and lift up high. Hold it. Inhale, lower. I got 5 more here. Exhale, elbows stay wide. Chin is away from your chest. Core sinks down. We lower. Big exhale, lifting up higher. Sinking that belly button down. We lower for 3. Exhale, lift up high. And lower down. Last 2. Exhale, lift up high. And bring it down. Last 1. Exhale, lift up high. Staying here again. Head is heavy in your hands. You're not feeling your neck because you're resting your head down. Toes are pointed. Legs come glued together. Staying in your chest lift. If you need to drop your head, you can. Exhale, legs lift up. Inhale, just the legs tap down. Exhale, legs lift up. Inhale, legs tap down. Exhale, legs lift up. Can you lift up your chin? Drop those toes. Good. 5. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower for 4. Up and down. Last 3. Lift and lower. Last 2. Up and down. Last 1. Exhale, hold it up. Crunch up another inch higher. Widen your chest, widen your elbows. We're going into a double crunch. Inhale, legs come down, head comes down at the same time. Exhale, we squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower down, head comes down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Good job. Lower. Exhale, up high. Lower down. Use that breath. Exhale, lift up high. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Suck it in. Good. Strong core. Last 6. Exhale, lift up. We bring it down for 5. Exhale, lift up. We bring it back down for 4. Exhale, lift up. We bring it back down. Last 3. Exhale, lift up. And lower for 2. Exhale, lift up. And down. Last 1. Exhale, lift up. Hold it here for 5. Crunch up higher for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet onto the mat. We're going into glute bridges. I want your toes pointed to the front of the room. I want your heels about a palm's distance away from your hips. So you can kind of measure, making sure they're not too far from you. Feet are about hip width distance apart, so making sure they're not turned out. Again, we're pointed forward. They're in line with your knees. Stay tight. Hands are by your sides, shoulders rolled back. I want us to work on that hinge. We're going to take a big inhale, expanding your lungs with air again. On your exhale, we're lifting your hips up, squeezing your glutes at the top. Chest is staying open. Your tailbone is tilted forward. Your abs are strong here. Inhale, we lower down. You release your glutes. Exhale, we lift those hips straight up. So from the hips, they're coming down. And exhale, hips lifting back up. Inhale, lower, hovering about an inch from your mat. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Palms are pressed down. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower, you're thinking glutes. Exhale, lift. I want all 10 toes to stay on your mat. You're going to feel your hamstrings lifting you up, but I really want you to focus on squeezing those glutes at the top and then lowering back down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower. If you're not feeling any glutes and it's a ton of hamstrings for you, this is a good time for you to walk your feet a little bit closer to your body. It's going to help you really focus on those glutes. Exhale, lift. And lower. Squeeze up. Core is tight. Bring it back down. Exhale, lift. And lower. Up. 10 toes are still on the mat. We lower. You're feeling inner thighs working as well, keeping your quads stable. Lift. And lower. Up. And down. Good job. Lift. And lower. Up. And down. Still working. Lift. And lower. Up. And down. Keep working. Lift and lower. Try to not sway anything else in your body. It's just that hips up, hips down, hips up and down. Lift, lower, up and down. Lift, lower, up and down. Last 6. Lift, lower, up and down for 5. Lift and lower. For 4 and down. 3, lower. 2, lower. Hold it high. Staying here. When you're ready, 2 inches down, 2 inches back up. 2 inches down, 2 inches lift. Lower, lift, down, up. You're thinking release the glutes, pick them back up. Release your glutes, pick them back up. Lower. Core stays tight. Lift. Pull those abs deep. Down. Keep your rib cage low. And lift. Down and up. It's small. Lower. We lift. down, back up, good job, lower, lift, down and up, lower, lift, down, for 6 more, lower and lift, down, squeeze your glutes, lift and up, last 3, down and up, for 2, lower and lift, last 1, down, hold it high, 2 inches, or full way down, full way up, full way down, full way up, lower, lift, down, zone in, lower, up, down, abs stay lifted, abs stay tight, glutes stay lifted, lower, down, abs are tight, we lower, palms pressed down, lower, lift, down, keep your toes on the mat, and up, last 6, down, up, 5, lift, 4, up, 3, lift, good, 2, up, last 1, hold it right here, last set of pulses, 2 inches, and lift, 2 inches, and up, lower, and lift, I know it burns down, and up, keep your knees in line, don't let them open, keep them there, pointed forward, up, and down, toes stay down, chest stays open, 5, lower, 4, down, 3, lift, 2, lower, hold it, 5, 4, lift up, 3, 2 and 1, roll down. Take a second, we're going into single leg work. So we're gonna keep your left leg on the mat, your right leg is gonna come to tabletop. If at any point the single leg work feels like too much for you, you can always drop it back down. If you have a weight, it can be on your hip. Left hand and right hand is on the mat. Right hand has to stay there, non-negotiable. It's gonna help you with your form so much. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Exhale, we're gonna lift up. You're pushing through your left leg. Inhale, we lower down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, you can tap your mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap the mat. Exhale, up. Inhale, tap the mat. Exhale, lift. I don't want you to forget to lift that right hip up high, so you're lifting it. And lowering, right heel lift. And lower, right hip goes up and down. Right hip lift. And lower, we're pushing through that left leg. It's okay, you're feeling hamstring. I still want you to focus on that mind-muscle connection with your glutes. Lift it up, bring it back down. Lift it up and down. Lift and lower, last 5, up and down for 4. Lift and lower, 3 more, up and down. Last 2, lift and lower, last 1. Hold it. Leg goes to the ceiling. When you're ready, you're sweeping that leg down. Exhale, lifting it back up. You can keep that leg pointed. Lower down. Exhale, straight up. Lower down. Exhale, straight up. Lower down, hips come down. Exhale, hips push up. Push through your hands. Lower. Lift up for 4. Down. And up, last 3, we move sides, and lift for 2, down, and up, last 1, lower, hold it, stay there, pulses up, dot the ceiling, 5, dot the ceiling, 4, you're done with this side in 3, 2, 1, bend that knee, make it beautiful, drop it down, roll down. Okay, same thing on the other side, and then we switch it up, and then we're done. Left leg comes to tabletop. Both hands are down. Left hand on the mat, non-negotiable. Inhale here. Exhale, squeezing. Good. When you're ready, pushing through that right leg. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lower, back down. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bring it back down, push up, squeeze the glute, lower down, thinking about the left hip, don't let it drop. Lower, tap the mat, lift, top the mat, keep the left leg pointed. We lower, lift, and down. Good job. Up and lower. Lift and down. Up. We lower. Good. Lift and down. Up. Lower. Lift. Back up. Still working. Up and down. Thinking about activating that right glute, right hamstring. Lift and lower. Good. Up and down. Lift and lower. 7. Up and down for 6. Up and lower. 5 more. Lift and lower. 3. Up and down. Last 2. Lift and lower. Last 1. Hold it high. We got it. Lift that left leg to the ceiling. We sweep it down. Hips hinge down. Hips lift up as that leg goes high. Lower. Exhale, lift. Down. And pick it up. Lower. And lift up. Down. Down and up. Lower. Lift. 7. Down. Up. 5. Lower. Lift. 4. Down. Up. Last 3. Lower. And lift for 2. And up. Last 1. Hold it high. Pulses up. Pulses up. Pulses up. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bend the knee. Bring it down. Oh my gosh. Roll it all the way down. Good job. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going into a small side work section and then we're done. We're going to be stretching after that. Hug your knees into your chest. Big exhale, rolling all the way up. We're going to go lay down on your side. We're going to have your left elbow down on the mat. I want your left shoulder right on top of your left elbow. We're going to bring both of your knees forward to the front edge of your mat. Your feet and your hips are towards the back edge of your mat. We're trying to think lifting nice and tall from that left oblique the whole time. I don't want you sinking down. You're constantly pulled up. Right hand stays on your hip. Right foot is flexed. Exhale, lift. Lifting that right leg up, lowering it back halfway. Lift, halfway down. Now the trick is, because we're working with no weight, I want you to keep that leg lifted the whole time. Don't let it drop. Lift and lower. Don't sink down from your oblique, keeping that chest open. Lower, lift, and down, up, and lower. I want you to try to think about that glute. We're squeezing that side glute up, squeeze it down. Core work as well, because we're lifted the whole time. Lift and lower, good. Up, halfway down, lift, and halfway down, up, and lower, lift, and down, good. Still lifting away from that oblique. You're scared of touching the mat. Drop that leg halfway. Pick it up and lower. Good. 5 and down. And 4 and lower. And 3 and halfway. And 2 and halfway. Last 1. Hold it halfway. Tiny pulses from that halfway point. Tiny pulses from the halfway point. Good. 5. You're going to keep that leg lifted in 4. In 3, last 2, and 1. You stay there. I'm adding an advancement. We're going to try to go into a hip lift. Your leg is coming down, right leg only about halfway, so it's still hovering. This is the more advanced variation. If you want to do more beginner, you're going to stick with what we just did. More advanced, you're coming with me. We're going to take a big exhale, lifting that hip up. Leg lift up. Inhale, lower back down. I want you to push your hips back. Exhale, open up your thighs. Push your hips forward. Inhale, hips push back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift. We lower. Good. Up and down. Last 5. Lift and lower for 4. Up and down. Last 3. Lift and lower. Last 2. Up and down. Last 1. Hold it. Stay here. Shift your hips forward. Pulse that leg up. Right leg up. Right leg up. 5. Good. 4. Good, 3. Last 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Drop it all the way. Whew. Last exercise, same thing on the other side, and then we're stretching. We're gonna have your right arm down this time. Legs are folded. Your knees are in the front edge of your mat, feet and hips in the back edge of your mat. We're still lifting up from that right oblique. No one is sinking down here. We're constantly lifting. You can have your left hand on your hip. Left foot is flexed. Chest is open. When you're ready, exhale, lift that leg up. Inhale, coming down halfway. Lift it up, halfway down. Lift it up, halfway down. Lift it up, halfway down. Good. Lift and lower, up and back down. Lift only halfway. You're keeping that left foot flexed the whole time. You're trying to activate side glute and lift. Of course, your thighs are working. Lift and lower. Good. Up and down. Trying to stay lifted from that right side. Don't let it sink down. Up and lower. Good. Lift and back down. Up and lower. Lift and down. You guys should be so proud of yourselves. You made it through. This was not easy. We drop it. Lift, still working. Down, up, and lower. Good. Lift and down. 6, up and lower. 5, lift and lower for 4, up and down. Last 3, lift away from your mat. Push away from your elbow. Last 2, lift and lower. Last 1, hold it high, halfway down. Pulse is here, pulse is here, pulse is here. Lifting away, don't sink away. Lift that right oblique up higher. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last exercise, we made it. More advanced, you're coming with me. Beginner, you're gonna do that leg lifts again. When you're ready, exhale, lifting your hips up, pushing forward and pushing your hips back. Exhale, open your knees out, push your hips forward. Inhale, drop it back. Exhale, forward, good. Inhale, lower back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lower. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lower. Exhale, forward and lower. Good. 6 more. Up. We got it. And down for 5. Lift and lower. Last 4. Up and down. Last 3. Lift and lower for 2. Up and down. Last 1. Hold it high. Pulse that leg up. Top leg, left leg. Up 5. Up 4. Up 3. Up 2. Up 1. All the way down. Oh my gosh, good job. We made it. Take a breath. Swing your legs forward. We're rolling down onto your mat. We're going to stretch it out. You can hug your knees into your chest. We're going to start with that left ankle over the right knee. You can go into a figure 4 stretch. Push that left knee out. Hug that right knee in. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Maybe you sway side to side. See what feels good for you. Really breathe in and out into it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Slowly untwisting, bringing that right ankle over the left knee. Pressing that right knee out. Good. Feeling that stretch in the back of your thigh, in your glute. Maybe swaying. And then hugging both knees into your chest one more time. We're going to let that right leg go. Left leg is going to come into your body. You can roll that left ankle side to side and around. We're going to lengthen that left arm out. We're going to grab your you're going to grab your left knee with your right hand and then exhale, twist it all the way out. Nice side body twist, glute stretch as well. You can sink in here. Good, work for 3, Last two. And last one. Untwisting, hugging it into your chest one more time. And then we're gonna let it go. Bring that right knee in, hug it in, twist that ankle. And when you're ready, we're gonna grab that right knee with your left hand. Right arm can go out, and then we exhale, twist all the way over. Spine stretch, glute stretch. Keeping your chest open. Breathing in and out, sinking in a little bit deeper. Good, last three. For two. And one. We're gonna untwist, hug that knee into your chest one more time, and then we're gonna let it go. You can take any extra stretches that you may need now, or if you're ready, we're gonna slowly hug both of your knees into your chest and roll up. We're gonna do one final stretch together and finish off with a breath. So we're gonna go ahead, take a big inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. And then exhale, we're gonna bring your left arm over your right knee, twisting all the way back, head stays tall, looking into the back of the room. Big inhale here, and exhale, arms lift up. Inhale here again, exhale, twist all the way back, looking into the back of the room again. Big inhale, and exhale, we untwist, arms lift all the way up. Inhale here, exhale, we're gonna drop our arms down. One more time. Big inhale, arms reach all the way up. And exhale, we let it go. Last breath, arms come up, palms come together, and exhale all the way down. Thank you guys so much. Good job. You absolutely crushed that. If you have any requests for my next video, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I would appreciate it so much if you guys could like this video, subscribe to my channel as well. I'm going to be posting very consistently. I can't wait to bring you guys along with me for this. But yeah, thank you so much.